Hello again, everybody. Welcome to OCVarsity.com for our Gridiron show. It is week 8. I'm Steve Fryer here with Carlos Arias, Dan Albano, and behind the camera doing all the cool stuff, making us look smart, make us look good, Jonathan Khamis. Guys, Mission Viejo versus Tesoro, huge South Coast League game. Last week, Tesoro lost to El Toro and Connor Manning 41-31. And then Mission Viejo got their first league win. They beat San Clemente 45-7. So it's a pretty good matchup, guys. I like Mission Viejo in this game. I think that, to me, it's the #1 team in the county, and we might be talking more about the rankings and stuff later. But I think Mission Viejo wins this game. You know, Tesoro's got some mighty football players, Nate Tago, and some pretty good defensive players, right, Carlos?
Yeah, I really like Chaz Roberts, the defensive end over at Tesoro. Guy's a monster. He's in on all kinds of plays, just wreaking havoc. My kind of player. On the other side, Mission Viejo's got a great one, too, Garrett Marino. He's a big-time player. I saw him get 5 sacks in one game. I mean, I love defense, and these guys are going to bring it. They're going to bang. Don't count out Tesoro. Mission Viejo's a favorite. I'm picking them, but do not count out Tesoro. I mean, with Nate Tago and all those guys over there, Matt Adam can get, clutch passes when they need them. Last year was only 14-7, the difference in this game. And Tesoro was on the verge of pulling off the comeback, so never count them out.
All right, so Mission Viejo, Dan Albano, you going along with that?
Yeah, I'm picking Mission Viejo, but this is by far the best team that the Diablos have played, and they're going to be facing a running back, Nate Tago, who's coming off a 300-plus effort against, El Toro. So this is a big challenge for the Mission Viejo defense that has played well. So that's going to be really interesting to see how the Diablos can do against Nate Tago. It's one of the best running backs in Orange County, and the big thing I think, why I picked the Diablos is they have an offense that's actually scoring more points per game than El Toro. They're averaging 50 points a game, and I think that's just going to be too much firepower. Tesoro's defense, Tesoro defensively, since they hit the South Coast League, they've been allowing about 30 or more points a game, their average. So I think it's a big victory for a good game, but I think Mission Viejo wins.
We had a good conversation with Max Redfield, veteran Mission Viejo coach Bob Johnson, and a couple of the other Mission Viejo players.
There's something to be reckoned with, that's for sure. They've got a bunch of kids returning, as I said, and well coached and play a very strong defense. Got a running back that's one of the better in the county. So I think both offensively and defensively, they've got a third-year starting quarterback, along with some front guys available. So this is their senior group that they've been waiting for, so to speak, and they'll be an angry crew.
What are the things you guys are going to have to do on Friday if you're going to get a W?
Definitely finishing tackles, having everyone run to the ball. Defense, we like to swarm and, just get the whole team in on the tackle, I think, is how we stop them.
Well, everyone knows Nate Tago is a great player. They have a great quarterback as well. As long as we can contain Nate and contain their offense, I feel like our offense can put up a lot of points, and if our defense keeps playing strong and running to the ball, we'll be fine.
Mater Dei plays St. John Bosco. Now, St. John Bosco's 2-0, 3-4 overall, but they've got a couple of those early forfeit losses that kind of affect that schedule. Mater Dei, Bosco, I'm picking Mater Dei. I like that defense. I think they've got the sort of offensive versatility that makes them very dangerous. What do you think, Carlos?
Yeah, Coach Rollinson said it perfectly last week after the game. He said, we're going to enjoy this victory. It's a great victory for our team, but you can't just turn around and lay an egg. So, I mean, he's going to have Mater Dei ready to go. I think they take out St. John Bosco.
Dan, what do you say?
Yeah, I like Mater Dei, too. Last year, they lost to St. John Bosco. It was 24-3 on the road. Tough loss, and that was after their big victory over Santa Margarita. Last year was really a stunning Trinity League opener. So I don't think the Diablos make that mistake again and come back and have a letdown against Bosco. And I think the way the county rankings worked out this week, I think the Diablos will have plenty of chip on their shoulder, ready to roll.
Okay, so that's what we got. We got
the Monarchs, the Diablos.
Oh, excuse me. The Monarchs have plenty of motivation this week. Chip on their shoulder.
Yeah, I think we're getting confused, like who's #1 and who's #2 in the county. That might be a whole different thing to talk about, guys. All right, so Santa Margaritas, we talked about them. 1-1. They're playing Orange Lutheran, also 1-1. The team that wins this game is in good situation to, get #2 or 3, one of the guaranteed playoff berths. If you lose this game and you're 1-2, man, you're looking up a pretty big hill. So this game is pretty interesting to me. But this is what I like about Orange Lutheran. Okay. They beat Servite and they lost to Bosco, but they're coming off that victory over Servite. I think that's got their confidence going. And Tavi Jimerson had a big game for them last week for Olu, 182 yards and 3 touchdowns against Servite. So I think Orange Lutheran's got got the momentum, and when a team's got momentum, I go with them, Dan. So I'm picking Olu.
You know, I like Orange Lutheran. I think they are really disciplined under Coach Peterson. Harry Welsh's teams are always going to be disciplined. Both teams have great offensive line. They're going to run. They like to run the ball. But I have a feeling that Santa Margarita is going to win this game. I think they're going to rally. They're going to have a comeback victory. And I think as they go longer in the Trinity League, they're going to get better at the quarterback position. And I think that, I think the Swede is a talented player. I think they'll get better at the passing game. And statistically, they were pretty even with Mater Dei last week. They played all right. Maybe not as well in the final score, but they did some good things. They'll get better. So that I picked Santa Margarita.
Yeah, but high school football so often it's a game of big plays, and it's so often a game of special teams in my mind. I always think that special teams in high school football, that you can make a lot of points, a lot of activity off the special teams, change the momentum game around. So who do you like in this one? Orange Lutheran, Santa Margaritaville. Who do you like?
Well, you know what? I thought Kyle Sweet did pretty good last week.
Yeah.
There was moments where I thought they're going to really break through and do some damage here. It didn't happen. But I think there's a lot of potential there for him. They still got those great big offensive linemen, defensive linemen. Their defense is sound. I'm taking Santa Margarita.
All right, so that's the picks. Santa Margarita, Olu. And that's what we're looking at here. We've got some great football coming up, guys. I tell you what, Tesoro, Mission Viejo, the 3 big Trinity League games. We got some great games, the Seaview League, too. A lot of activity here at OCVarsity.com, where we've got you covered.